One of the powerful aspects of a dialogue like this, and of Raisina in particular, is the opportunity that it gives us to discuss in a fairly open and frank way, which in the world of gotcha moments and social media doesn't happen all that often, really, in my business at least. What is important and what values we do want to see in the practice of, in my case, foreign policy and in the defence and promotion of our nations. And for Australia, we regard our foreign policy as being bound by our values, by our principles. It's an expression of who we are, and it helps us in the efforts we make to shape global norms and institutions. And some of those observations that you made, and unfortunately I was not here in time for the opening sessions, but around multilateralism, around democracy, are core to that. Australia is an open, liberal, trading democracy with the rule of law, with respect for individual freedoms and rights at the core of what we do. We are a very robust democracy, and I have to say, in the face of the experiences we've had in recent weeks and months, we are resilient. I enormously appreciate every expression of goodwill and support that I've received since I arrived here in New Delhi yesterday from international friends literally around the world here in India. It has been a challenging time, and we very much appreciate also those contributions of international support that have come from so many corners in assisting us. But for all of us, the sorts of values that bring us together here at Raisina have helped to ensure enormous global progress over the last 70 years. If you think about the fundamentals that have guided our engagement in the international environment, they, I think, remain as core, but circumstances change around us and continue to do so. Technology is an extraordinary driver of change, for good and for bad, in my view. And that is something which I think we will continue to grapple with, both as polities and as individuals, as families and as communities. Not every part of progress is positive. Not every part of change, and particularly technological change, is positive. So I regard those as some of the most important challenges. Also, the protection of human rights, ensuring that markets remain open and strong, that we attract people to democracy because it's a positive, as Winston Churchill said, not necessarily the best system going around, but not necessarily the best, but certainly not the worst. To paraphrase very badly Winston Churchill, I think that's New Delhi traffic in my brain. But you get what I mean. So these are global challenges, and the paradigm shifts that we see within that we need to manage from our values.